Now we are on week 35. So this week 35, we try to look at the market uh, based on what GDP USD is doing. I normally do top-down analysis on GDP USD. Looking at GDP USD, we can see that the market has been dropping, all right? And we anticipated this drop all the way from the monthly time frame that we started out. If you watch our various previous series that we've done, we anticipated this massive drop that has happened on GDP USD. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to details about what we have been doing since we found this double top that was formed. We knew that the market was going to go and create an equal double bottom, which obviously we are right at it right now. The market is just simply close to that bottom. Okay, you can see the market is close to that bottom. And we already anticipated that this previous week was going to be a sell week. And indeed was a sell week. And the previous week before this, we anticipated that it's going to be a sell week. All of that were executed on this candle here. All of that were executed on this candle here. So the whole last month of August, all right, we had a massive drop. Okay, that's what happened. And we anticipated that drop. We anticipated that drop. So now what is the market saying? What is the market saying? And this is the monthly time frame. We can see that if we were to look at the movement of the market, like let's say we put in like a exponential moving average. Sorry about that. Let's say we put an exponential moving average on this, and we see it. You can see even the 9 exponential moving average is showing us this is 9 exponential moving average, right? The length is 9. It's even telling us that it's on the downtrend. So if you were even to put a 50 moving average on that, just to tell you direction, it's still telling you it's a downtrend. So massively monthly time frame still telling us the downtrend. If we were to go to weekly time frame, we are on the downtrend. If we were to go to daily time frame, we are on the downtrend. So the downtrend is prevalent. But the question is, when will it change? Will this downtrend just continue? Or is it about to reverse? Now we hit the bottom. That's where we are now. It's not just to say, well, it's a downtrend, so I'm going to sell. That's not enough. There are a lot of things you need to put into consideration as a trader. And I remember when we saw this M pattern about a few weeks ago, I told you that the sale is coming. And then we finally had a break. And that sale massively continued. Look at that. Massive. So it's good to have such insight in the market. You need to have such insight in the market. The market wanted to create an equal low here. It tried to bounce off, rejected, and drop again. Now, this is a lower low. Obviously, all of this is a lower low. So I wouldn't say the market has created a lower high. Not yet. Looking at this push up, this pattern here to this downside, the market is still on the downtrend. So the question is, how far will it go? Looking at the previous low, this is the previous low that happened in the pandemic, March 2020. All right, that's the pandemic month. And we can see that market is heading towards that low before there will be a reaction in the market. So let's see, within that place, we still have about 100 pips downward that the market will push before eventually pushing back up. Okay, we still have 100 pips towards down there before the market was to push back up. So the reality is there is still a downtrend. Okay, but is it coming to an end? That's the question everyone is asking. When is it going to end? Are we on a reversal now? Is it still going to drop? What is going on? Now, understand that we are trading GBP, Great British Pounds, against United States dollars. So at the moment, if you look at the geopolitical issues on the country, you'll be able to tell that first, we are just at the verge of whether the British pound is going to gain momentum back to the market, it's going to regain its power back to the market by pushing up through the positive result of the election that will take place, that is already going on. And by tomorrow, there's going to announce the new Prime Minister of the British, what do you call it, United Kingdom. So the Prime Minister will be announced tomorrow. So now when that happens, what will be the state of the market? Will there be a push up, a rejection to the upside? Would the market start pulling back up? Now, remember, when there is a change of structure, a change of market structure, you will know. When the market is reversing, you should know the reversal patterns to know that the market is changing position. All right. So we want to look at that. We want to begin to see that element that the market is making a reversal before we make a decision. But at the moment, what we see, even on the daily, the monthly, the weekly, we're looking at, look, the market is still heading down. The weekly candle that just printed is massive. It's massive. This candle is bearish engulfing. It's bearish. Massive candle printing. It's a huge sign that the market is still heading down. Why? Because on the weekly, the market just did a lower low. We see a market drop, push back, drop, push back, drop. So this was a lower low and created a lower high and drop now, creating a new lower low, and it's still heading down. So the question is, we don't have a sign yet whether there's going to be another pullback. So until the market opens, majorly when the market opens, there's always a push up before a drop. Always look at the previous candle. Always look at it. Look at the previous candle. When this candle closed, this one opened, what did it do? Push up first. It first of all push all the way up before pushing down. Remember this weekly time frame. So Monday, Tuesday, you might have a massive push up when the market opens. Again, look at that. There was a push up a bit before it drops. This one, there was a push up a bit before it started dropping. You see, there's a weak rejection created at the top. That shows that the market eventually went up first before dropping. But again, before that, we can see that there was a multiple rejection of candles at the top, giving us a strong resistance at that level. So again, that also tells us that this market was still ready to go down. So what we want to see now is this. A simple truth is this. On the weekly time frame, we are seeing a very strong support, a strong resistance zone here, right? That's a strong resistance zone. We see a massive strong resistance zone there. So we have a zone at the bottom, again, which is coming from the pandemic issue. All right, that's the low. So we see that happening there. So now we are inside this box right here. So I'm not going to tell you that it's going to sell until this bottom break. We need to see a break to the downside. We need to see another candle open up and then closing down on this zone. And like I said, that's about 100 pip move. So another candle closing down to the zone to be able to tell us that the market is going to drop more. But looking at the candle, there will be that. So maybe this candle now will not push back up, reject throughout the week and start pushing back up. Like you will have a rejection, like a weak candle, something like that. Let me use better stuff. So you have a week, like a week down there, something like that. So that means this candle will push down all the way down, touch that low, have an equal low, then push back up with a rejection, and then probably close above that candle for the week. That might happen. I'm not sure, but I can tell that this whole movement of the candle is finally coming, this downtrend is finally fading off. So we might have something like this happen, like a candle print like this, a bullish candle happen, closing the week. But there will first of all be a massive drop, kind of. So then there will be a rejection back up again. And if this happens, then there's a reversal. If we see that kind of candle movement, there's a reversal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we need to see that again as part of what the changes may be in the market. So the question is, again, how do we trade this week? We are still looking downward. The river is still flowing downward. So we can see it's still a downtrend. So every movement is still a downtrend. So we can tell that the market is still heading down. That's what I'm telling you. So it's still heading down. If this candle closes on the weekly, the next candle is going to be a bearish candle that will print all the way down, and then there will be a weak rejection. So what am I telling you? This week 35, we're going to have a major sell at the early of the week or at the late of the week. So what does that mean? There's going to be a buy and sell. That's what I'm telling you. There's going to be a buy and sell within this week. But the more prevailing trend is a sell. So let's look at the daily again. Now, if you look at the daily, it is very clear that it is a downtrend, because the candle that just closed on the daily, obviously, if you look very closely, it was a very slight difference, almost created an equal bottom. If you check the candle, almost created an equal bottom, but a slight difference that he created a lower low there. So that means the momentum to the downside is fading off. So the next one might be another drop, then there will be a weak rejection to the upside. So that's what I'm anticipating. So that's on the daily. We are still on the downtrend. There is no sign that we have to look at, oh, when is it going to reverse? There's no sign yet. Okay, because this was the previous move to the upside. If we put a Fibonacci here on the previous move to the outside, this move to the upside, we expected the market to have created a double bottom here, but it failed. That means it came into that place. There was consolidation. We could see that the market reacted at that level. Okay, this was supposed to be a retracement, but obviously it wasn't a downtrend. It wasn't an uptrend. It was a downtrend. So that means it continued. So we can see that the market did that and then rejected at that level, drop again. So when it dropped, so what do you expect is going to happen? So we want the market now to now give us a sign at the bottom that is going to reverse. There is no reversal pattern yet found, even on the daily time frame. No reversal pattern found. It's still a downtrend. We can see the structure is purely downtrend. So the question will be, will the month of September be a selling month? Will it be a selling month? Are we going to be selling much more? Well, it could be 50%, 50%, give or take, because like I said, until we have the news of the new prime minister, what the new prime minister will start doing from on Tuesday in the British continent in UK, then we know that, okay, all right, we'll see. All right, we see. Remember, this whole drop is based on what? The inflation that is happening around the world, and obviously the Ukraine and Russia war, obviously all of these problems that is affecting all of these political wars. And we can see that this is another pandemic of its own, compared to the previous coronavirus effect that affected the country and around the world. So that's why we're looking at this. They might be, you see what happened in the previous year on this condition. The market started pushing up all of a sudden, immediately. If you look at the candle that printed, look at this candle that printed. This candle here, pay attention to this candle. This candle here, you would have thought the market is still going to drop. But the next candle gave us a sign. The next candle was a sign of a reversal. So then the market even proved it with another one, and before it started going up. Now we might have something like this. That's what I'm telling you. So we might go back to see what is the market giving us now at the moment. What are we seeing right now? Something close. You see, something very close. The same chart candlestick behavior we are seeing right now, very close to that bottom. The same candlestick behavior close to that bottom. So that means, that's why I'm telling you, if you see a massive buy next week, don't tell me, oh, C. Brown said, we're going to be selling. How come the market is pushing up? I just told you now what could possibly happen. Because I'm not gonna tell you how people are going to react to the new prime minister position and what whoever the prime minister is going to do, and how the economy in the United Kingdom going to shoot up and probably change the whole thing. I'm not going to tell you that. I don't know what's going to happen. All right, but at the moment, that's what we're looking at. From next week, there could be a change. So if the market give me a rejection, this is weekly, daily time frame. If the market give me a rejection at that zone, and I can see that this trend line is broken, for instance, I see a trend line break, then I know we're heading up. So where are we heading? I'll be looking at taking profit or trading towards the zone. So that will mean that if the market rejects at this level, and we will be looking at how many, about 700 to 800 pips that will be targeting the upside as a buy trade. 700 to 800 pips. That's what we're looking at. And that is possible. The market can go, because we can see that did that before. Okay, so let's keep our mind open. If you know me and how I trade, if you've been following me on my Telegram group and or my YouTube channel, you know that I always have flexible approach to the market. I'm a flexible trader. There is no way I can just tell you that the market is going to be selling all the way. No, my mentees know that I trade both ways. I buy and I sell because I'm a trader. So I'm not in that group that says I'm a bearish trader, I'm a bullish trader. No, I trade both. So I look at the market sentiment and I always capitalize on the trend. So that's the difference. I capitalize on the trend. So if I'm buying a pullback, then I know it's a pullback because the retrend is a downtrend. So I know how to trade the pullback. You see? Okay, now looking at this zone of the trade, so the question will be, what should we be looking for? The next thing is to go to the 4-hour time frame. That's saying, you know, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to just turn up some things there because my chart is showing session break there. So let me just show you something I'm looking at. Again, we're close to the bottom. We're very close. So I'm expecting a move. I'm expecting a reaction here. So on Monday, I might not be trading. On Tuesday, I might not be trading. I might just be looking at what is going to happen within this zone. Okay, I'm looking at it. So already we can see that the market consolidated for a while. And let me show you. The market consolidated for a while and then drop. Push up a bit with a little consolidation and then drop massively. And then pull back up again with a little consolidation, and then it's dropping again. This is the last one. So when it do drop like this, it's going to push back up. The question is, will it break this high? 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 Now, before the market will break this high, then that is my entry. Now, you may say, well, why would the market reverse at this level? I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's going to reverse at that level. I'm just telling you, if it should, then I'm looking at breaking it high, because this is the current previous high, which is a lower high that has been created before another lower low to break this low, except the market create an equal low, which is there, which I doubt is going to do, or it might just consolidate for a while and then maybe create That's not the pattern I wanted to see. It might just consolidate for a while. After creating that, consolidate for a while, maybe come in there again, and then break out of the zone and then head up. Now, if it does that, that is your trade. Again, the trend line must break. That's the first one. I'm looking at that for you, a possible push-up. But we know it's a downtrend. We need to see a reversal. We need to see a sign that the market is going to go up. So depend on the results again of the geopolitical issues that is happening in the United Kingdom. Depending on the result that we're getting on Tuesday, we will not know how this capital market, these edges, these money makers are going to capitalize on the news on that. So we're not sure what they're going to do. So let's keep our mind open on that. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask, but keep your mind open on these trades. Now, if I look at the 1 hour time frame, I see that the market had a very terrible struggle over these zones. There was much, obviously we can tell the market was dropping in a way, but if you check the market here, we can see that the downside momentum is being interrupted already by major bullish candle coming in. I'm not talking about bullish big candles, but I'm talking about the presence of buyers is now rampant. It's not coming in gradually. Buyers are now showing interest in the market. You can see they are showing interest in the market like this. This was another big one, and then another. Then the sellers took it down. So you see they are showing interest in the market. The buyers are gradually showing interest in the market. That's good. Why? It's coming to an end of it. It's coming to the lowest of the lows ever in history that this currency pair has reached that price ever in its history. So it's coming to that low. The question is, will they allow it to go lower than that? Will the market, will the British currency fall that much? Will the USD take over the British pounds? Would they let it happen? That's the question. And I don't think so. So for that reason, I'm expecting that the market
Sorry to cut you short, Brown.
Yeah, you raise your hand if you want to ask question, please, so that we know you're present and then we'll take you up. Yeah, you were saying.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you were saying.
Okay, I was asking if that is actually the lowest low.
Yeah, if you check your chart, depending on what depending on the chart what you're using, if you check your chart, I don't think it's gonna be lower than where I just marked.
What can you just check the monthly, please?
Yeah, I did that just now. Let me show you. Maybe you should watch this video again. Or you just came in.
Actually, I just did.
Okay, that's why. If you've been with us, we've done top-down analysis from monthly time frame. We are now on 4 hours. We'll be moving. We move from monthly to weekly, weekly to daily, daily to 4 hour, and 4 hour to 1 hour now.
Okay.
And actually, this line, this green line you see here, we drew it at the monthly time frame to show the lowest low. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Now, we are on the 1 minute time frame. I mean, 1 hour. Wouldn't mean 1 minute. 1 hour time frame. Like I said the other time, this was supposed to be the lowest low, the equal low, but it broke it and drops again. So heading immediately this drop, I told you guys last week that the market is heading down to this low. So if we go back to the monthly again, like we said, look at that low. This is the mark. This is where we are right now. This is it. This is the lowest low of the market right here. Okay. Now, if you check the whole market, This is the lowest that the GDP USD have ever been to. This is it. This is the whole market. And the market opened. No, the data that we see here that is given to us by TradingView and also by whoever this source is from 2011 all the way down. This is the data we have. Some of you might have something more than that, but this is what I have, and that's what I'm telling you, that this is the lowest low I've seen on this chart. So your own might be lower than this. I'm not sure, depending on what source of data that you're using. Okay, now haven't explained that very well. Why do we have this line here? I already explained that there's a strong resistance zone that the market will respect before pushing back up. So until the market break that previous high, we will not be looking at an uptrend in any format. So there could be another bullish candle that will compete with this. Remember that happened before. Pay attention to the previous candles. All right, these were bullish move. Market came down and then the buyers took it up to a rejection. Market came down and the buyers took it back up. So this could happen anytime. The market could open tomorrow and then drop a bit, and then buyers will take it back up. That could happen. But I expect there should be a drop, at least 200 pips or to 100 pips drop. I'm expecting that to happen. From 100 pips to 200 pips drop still before the market will go back up. So what I'm thinking is the market will drop up to this level. You see, that's about 250 pips up to this level before going back up with a weak rejection. And I indicated that just now with the diagram, just to let you know. So yeah, expect to catch some sales this coming week. Still, there'll still be a kind of sell to really get to that bottom. Let those coming in late go back and watch here. So yeah, so that's what you want to do, and pay attention to that. But meanwhile, go and mark this bottom on your chart. Mark it. You want to mark it. If you can't expect to take any trade, watch out for what price will do. Be patient. You don't have to trade next week if you don't want to. Just watch out what the market will do here. Whatever the market does at this bottom, then that will determine what we're going to do or what you would do. But as for me, I'm looking at from the daily time frame. I could see that the momentum to the sell side is reducing. We can see that the momentum is reducing. Smaller candles are now printing out. So the momentum is going down a bit. So we could see, we're waiting for this trend line. We're waiting for what will happen along this one. So that's what I'm waiting for on the daily time frame. So that might take 2-3 days to see. All right. That might take 2-3 days to see. Again, you can actually look at the 4 hours to help you get a proper analysis of what the market will do afterward. That means you want to see now, okay, how close is it? You look closely, how close is it? The first 2 4-hour candle will speak volumes by Monday morning. This first 2 4-hour candles will speak a lot of volume if you know what to do with that. So again, that is another opportunity that I see on 4-hour time frame right now. That's another opportunity. I see another trend line. So what does that mean? It means that the market will still have to break this one to give me a confirmation that the downside is no more, it's not going to happen. But as I can see, it just rejected off. So we have the first touch, second touch, the third touch bounce off, and now it's heading down. So we want to see the fourth touch break. So we want to see something of this nature, that the market gallop back down and then come back up here and then break and retest and then push. Then this will be my buy trade. And then I would take this trade as my first take profit on the lower time frame. You say, is it that easy? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It depends on what the market is giving you. That's 165 pips, bro. That's huge. 165 pips push up. That can happen. So we still expect, again, another possibly 100 or 200 pips downward. Something like this to happen. Push down, then a rejection, a pull back up, reject. So I'm not going to just jump in when this push up is going on. If this market just begin to push up from here, I'm not going to just jump in. I have to wait for something that this trend line break, one, then the trend line will break to give me a confirmation of another rejection, then another break. So what I'm seeing is different. So I'm seeing two things here. If that candle break above, I just want to show you a pictorial of what I'm seeing. All right, this is my graphic pictorial in my head. So where's that trend line heading to? Don't worry about it. Go and take my course on trend line, and you understand my strategy on trend line. Now I'm looking at this candle. Is it a course or a training? There's a video, free video on YouTube. Go and watch it. Now I'm looking at something like this. If the market go like this, all right, it might come down and push up. All right, push up. This will give me first bottom. So I'm break this trend line, reject at this trend line, come back down. This will give me the second bottom, and then break again on this trend line. This will be my entry. Not this one, this one. And now I'll put my stop loss right here. And then the market will come down and use this as a what? As a support. By breaking this, using this as a support, then push up. This is a reversal pattern you want to see. On a lower time frame, you could see that clearly. I'm just doing it now on a 4-hour time frame. I'm not saying that it's going to happen like this on a 4-hour time frame, but I'm telling you, these are patterns in my head that I'm looking at that the market should print before I can act. That yes, this is an uptrend, then we start scaling up to 700 pips that we just anticipated earlier on. So the reason I'm giving you a different approach right now is because of this zone, this bottom zone here. It's because of that. We don't know what the market will do when it get there, so let it get there. But I already know that if these trend lines are broken, if the market start breaking this trend line, I know I'm heading up. I know I'm heading up. So here's the conclusion of the analysis. On the monthly time frame, we are heading down. Still, we have the momentum of sellers pushing down, depending on the condition of British pounds. But we still have a competition of the previous low here, which the market will get to. There will be a reaction. So that's why we have this bottom here, showing us the previous low where the market got to. He might get there and bounce off. If he break this zone, then we'll be looking at selling more. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now, let's look at something else before I round up on this. If I was to measure this push up that happened here, all right, if I was to measure this push up that happened here to this swing high, you can tell that we just have a little bit left for us to have a double bottom, right? And that little bit left is what I'm talking about. So I'm looking at a small push down, which will give us about 100 pips. Worst case scenario, it will break, okay, leave a weak rejection of about 200 pip drop, and then reject back up. Worst case scenario, but you must respect this bottom. And if you move back up, we're going to be coming back here to hit about 700 pips target, or even greater than that, close to about 100 pips. So, I mean, 1,000 pips. So you're looking at a wider range of target to buy. Why? Because of this candle that you just see. The market will smash all the way up to first of all swallow up this candle, equal it, and then create probably another weak rejection, then head up again, head up, just keep going up. But the market doesn't go straight, remember. So in the lower time frame, you're going to have something like this. That's why you need to understand structure as well. So this is my view. This is what I'm looking at. If you look at the whole picture, yeah, we are at the bottom now. When somebody say, hey, I'm going to pick the bottom. Okay, you want to pick the bottom? You get ready. Get ready to pick the bottom. We are right there, close, about 100 and something pips left for us to get to the bottom. And that will happen this week. There's going to be a massive drop of that candle, maybe first day, second day or something. But remember, this is a monthly time frame. So let's look at the daily first before. Yeah, we're looking at the daily. So we'll look at the move of the candle of the daily to give us that picture. All right. Where the candle is, the price is, that's about 115 pips to where we're looking at. So that's still a lot that the market will drop up to 115 or 20 pips. That's still a lot of move. So that's why I said there's still going to be more sell to the downside before we can see a rejection. If we don't see this trend line break on the daily, this daily trend line, if we don't see it break, or we don't see market structure breaking any of this, then we're still heading down. We just keep selling. Every day you wake up, you look at the chart, come to the daily and look at it. You will see. And then you continue from there. All right. Any question? Let's take some questions now. Raise your hand if you have any question. Just indicate by raising your hand, and then we'll take your question. Yes, team, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I would like to ask, what time frame would be the best to take an entry on this sell now, since we are finding out that on the daily it is a sell?
Depending on the trader you are, what kind of trader are you? Are you a swing trader? Are you a day trader? Are you a scalper? Depending.
Yeah, I do day trading.
You are a day trader. Okay. Now, as a day trader, you go to your time frame should be 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes entry, your 15 minutes entry time frame, right? So if you go to your 15 minutes entry time frame, you still expect the market to go down. So the question is, what are you looking at on the 15 minutes time frame? Right now, I could tell you that, well, the market is just at the verge of a key psychological level. If you trade that, I don't know if you understand that. So if you don't trade that, that's fine. But I'm looking at the market right there now. So I will not sell until it breaks below. But I will sell if the market push up and reject at this trend line. Remember how this trend line is there, or on this trend line, I will sell. So that's the way I would look at the market. I'm not going to buy until there's a confirmation that this second trend line is broken and this one is broken. Remember how I did it earlier? You have to now look at the trend that is an uptrend now. So it is then I have to, before I will buy in the market, the lower time frame, I will have a trend line, okay, that will be respected at least twice before I know that there's an uptrend. So I expect the market to push up, reject on that candle on this trend line once. That will be the first touch, which is going up again. This will be the second touch or third touch. First, I'll take this as first, second, and third. This one, I'm going to buy. If I see the candle push back up, reject here, then I'll buy. I may say here, but I will take profit, first take profit at the zone, second take profit at the zone. You see, that's why day trading is different. When you're analyzing the market in the day trade, it's all different. You won't be able to see the picture clearly until the market is moving. But I could tell you, these are the angles I'm looking at it from. Because from where the market is now to that zone is about 140 pips. So as a day trader, I'm targeting 40, 30 pips in between all this movement. 40, 30 pips, 40, 30 pips. I'm done. That's all I needed. So the question is, will this market move from here to the upside onto this level to give us, like, look at this. This is 40 pips here. Just between there and there is 40 pips. And between there to the place, that's 90 pips, 90-something pips. So the previous high, I could tell, is right there. This is the previous high the market was. So if I was looking at this previous high to catch a trade, then I have a zone. I have a clear zone. That's what I'm looking at. So the next thing is to buy the push up. You see? But if you're going to buy the push up, you need to be careful, even though it will give you some good peeps. First of all, you have the first obstacle here. All right. The second obstacle is here. That's the only trade. And then eventually you just have your double top there. But if you're going to do that, ensure that you have first a breakout. You want to see that the market break out of this zone, because that's a consolidation there. To the upside, of course. And again, that price is above this moving average of verse. So you want price to be on top of it for you to consider buying. So I would say, don't even get into buy just because you see the market is pushing up now. No, it could go up here and reject and create another lower low. That is it. And then head down to the zone. So you need to be careful because it's a downtrend, still a downtrend. So again, I wouldn't tell you how it's going to be like right now on the daily, on the, what they call it, on the 15 minutes, day trading, intraday trading or scalping level until the market is open. So you need to watch out what the market gives you on Monday morning before you can make that decision. Do you understand? So any other question?
Yeah, thank you. I understand.
Awesome. Any other question? Raise your hand if you have a question, guys. This is it. This is it. If you have a question, if there is no question, we're going to call it a day. And tomorrow, we'll be looking at the market in a very different light, okay? Some of you are in my VIP group, but I've already discussed with them because I found out that we might not be able to continue the VIP group because it's very, it's very demanding. You guys already know that I've stopped promoting it because it's very demanding. I can tell you that. So because of that, I won't be able to do that. Rather, we'll focus on the mentorship class. We'll focus on those who are coming in for the mentorship. And a lot of you got your membership into the mentorship last couple of weeks, and that was awesome because of the promotion and the discount that was offered. Well done for taking such opportunity up. And for any of such promotion to come up again, that would be the next couple of 12 months from now. So a year from now, that would be when we're going to have such. But every other opportunity to trade, to learn how to trade, like we normally do our Expo Pips monthly training, we might begin to resume that in the subsequent months. Hopefully, we might have 1 or 2 sections before the end of the year on that. So then the mentorship program is still up and running. That's it. Thank you guys for being here. And if you're watching our video for the first time, you're looking at what we're doing, there's a lot of things we have not shown you on YouTube. If you are in our Telegram group, you will learn a lot. So the link is in the description of this video, and you'll be able to get a lot of information and then learn how to trade even quicker if you are in that Telegram group, because we're sending analysis of trades and what we're looking at, and then that you can actually learn how to do your analysis. You know what? Just a couple of videos from this channel, and with that, you are good to go. So that's what we have. So subscribe, hit the subscribe button, follow the link in the description, and I'll see you in the Telegram group or on the Instagram page. Thank you, guys. Bye for now. If you have any questions, you know where to find me on my Telegram ID. Get in touch with me. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.